Hello friends, Casey and Reynolds, Nashville, Tennessee. I am going to show you tonight how you can feed yourself, your family, whoever you need to feed for $5 a week. You know, I grew up in the country. I was 10 when I had to start taking care of my brother and sister. I picked up a church cookbook and started looking at recipes and self-taught chef. I don't know what you might call that. Then in college, I worked my way through college as a waitress at a Vines restaurant. Yay! Going to Normal, Illinois. But yes, I was waitressing my way through college, and my rent was $250 a month, and I had $50 a month to spend on food. So I learned how to So I learned these things, and the thing is, you're going to eat better. You're going to eat healthier. You will be healthier, and that's the benefit of it. So I'm going to show you recipes, mostly with dry beans. But that being said, in the comments below, is there something you don't know how to cook? Is there a cooking lesson that you would like? Are you a younger, older, middle-aged person? Like, you know, I never knew how to cook whatever it is. Scrambled eggs or oatmeal or something. I will gladly make those videos if you just put it in the comment section below. There pretty much isn't anything I can't cook. So I will be glad to help you all. I am so appreciative of all the support. So thank you, and thank you. Love you guys. And also, subscribe. It's just such an easy little thing to support a struggling special ed teacher in the Nashville area, but you also get amazing recipes. I'm trying my hardest to get a recipe out a day this summer, so I hope it's helpful to you. And these are all healthy recipes. Even though these are inexpensive, they're still healthy. So today we're going to be talking about beans and rice. Yes, this is what people used to live off. So the first thing is you do need to soak them overnight, or you can do a quick soak. Your beans, these are dry beans. I definitely suggest buying in the refrigerator. So I'm just going to take my filtered water, just put it in the bowl. That's all I'm going to do. I already rinsed them. And then I'll just stick that in the refrigerator. That's all. So that's how you soak beans. You can do the quick soak method also, where you just heat them up to boiling for about 2 minutes, and then you put a lid on them and let them stay in there in that pot, like a pot like this, for 2 hours. Water, just keep them on low. You just need a nice pan. If you're totally new to cooking, you just need this hot a Dutch oven, just a big pan. And I just put some crushed garlic in there and some bay leaves. Do not salt them. I just have had problems with salting them, and just salt them at the end. That's what I suggest. I know some recipes call for ham hock, and I think that's where I had the problem with soaking them, because ham hock is very, very salty. My opinion, and definitely put in the comments below, because I am not Cuban, I'm Mediterranean, that to me, the ham hock made them too salty, and then maybe it's because I salted them on top of the ham hock. But you do not need the ham hock. You can just simply, what I'm going to do is A, if you're vegetarian, just eat them as is. B, you could just fry up some sausage, or basically whatever meat you had available. That is the beauty of these black beans. It's just mixed in. You have some barbecue, some sausage, some bacon, which is probably not gonna bacon. That stuff's super expensive. But like just whatever you had. I do love to top them with grated cheddar cheese, plain yogurt, or some sour cream, a little cilantro on top. It's just totally yum, and some tortilla chips. So they have been cooking for about 90 minutes. Just, you want to let that water to mostly boil off. Do remember, if you are a novice cooker, that bay leaves are poisonous, so you always want to pull out your bay leaves. Okay, now we're into cooking lesson. If you know how to do all this stuff, just flip forward. So I'm going to make, first thing is garlic. So the trick with garlic is you need something heavy, like this is just where you're just gonna pound it, and I'm just going to pound the garlic. So all you're doing now is just kind of getting the skin off the garlic. So that I just came right off. And then you peel it. I do not like to buy the already peeled ones. I've heard horror stories about how they actually get that done. So it's better just to buy the whole cloves of garlic and just do it that way already. So I've got a couple more to do. So we need 5 to 6 cloves of garlic. If you are just starting off, you just keep your hand on the top like that, see? And you are just going to chop them, putting some pressure on the top. Alright, so here. And just kind of chop them up. Alrighty, so that is your minced garlic. I'm going to take a dish and put that in the dish. Okay. Alrighty, onions. These were smallish onions, so I got 2, but generally you would only need 1. So when you are trying to chop an onion, you're going to take your chopping knife very carefully and just chop off the ends. Don't forget to discarded. I am going to be making red beans and rice next, so click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also Jamaican jerk chicken, which one of my students from Jamaica told me it was just like her mom made. So I was really happy to get that. Alright, so we're just going to take our knife with our again, and just going to slice it, right? And then slice it again. Peel. Just make sure there's a little bit of powder that I just want to get rid of. And the same thing, like now that it's sliced in bigger pieces, now I can put my hand on top and just do some chopping. Vegetables, for whatever dish you may be cooking them for, always think you want to start with your onions first. So we start with the onions. Always onions first. Just kind of remember onions first. And garlic can really almost go in at the last minute. Then whatever peppers, mushrooms, tomatoes, always be the last time with the garlic. So with our onions, we're kind of thinking of a caramelization process. And we go, oh my God, but she's the keto lady. She's going to throw some sugar on them. No, I know enough about science, having taught science, is that this sugar is going to just simply help caramelize them and get them to be that nice golden brown. Alrighty, so the recipe calls for a green pepper. You always want to make sure if there's a peel, there's a label on there, and just going to take the label off, rinse, and put your done. And then you're going to pull out the seeds and separate them in the middle. Just make sure there's many seeds. Now the seeds are not going to kill you, so you don't need to be obsessive about that. And then you're just going to do the same thing that you did with your onions. Just slowly and nice and chunky right where I wanted them. Alrighty, this recipe is called jalapeno. So for people who do not cook on a regular basis, they're not very quick. If you are using a fresh jalapeno, which I suggest because they're very inexpensive, if you have some sort of latex gloves, that's going to be really helpful. And definitely want to say, do not rub your eyes, because these guys are a little like treacherous. So cut the ends off, and if you like touch your face, you will be so sorry. The seeds are actually a little bit hot and spicy, so I'm actually going to cut it. I already feel the jalapeno, and I'm going to pull out the seeds. Just get those little seeds out of there. That's already kind of hurting my eyes a little bit. I hope I don't cry. That would not be good. Just get all those little guys, all the seeds out of there. And I'm going to make sure I don't touch my face. That's why the gloves are on. And then when I finish chopping the jalapenos, I will thoroughly wash my hands. So you see where there's no seeds. Actually, there's one seed. Really don't want any seeds, because the seeds are what make it insanely hot. And now we're just going to come up. Alrighty friends, so I am back. So I went ahead and took a couple of scoops. You will need a slotted spoon, like such. And I'm going to pull those babies out to my heart. They are dangerous. And I'm just going to take a potato masher and just kind of mash these guys up. And again, there was 4 cups of beans that I started off with, and these were so I have been cooking these beans for about an hour and a half on a low simmer till the majority of the liquid was evaporated. Then I'm going to mash them up a little bit with a potato masher. If you didn't have a masher, you can certainly use the back of a spoon. And then we're going to go ahead and season them up. Get them nice and seasoned. Like I said, we have been cooking them for about an hour. There are as many different recipes for black beans as there are people out there. So, you know, we just kind of, I make my black beans a little bit different each and every time. And you just want to kind of make sure that you're pulling out those baby beans. Okay, we got plenty of liquid in there, so that's really good. Now, if you think they look a little bit too liquidy, do not despair, because you're going to put white rice in them to give you a little bit more calories, sausage, and then the sofrito is going to also back in them. So we're going to go ahead and take the mash and go ahead and add these guys back in. Mix those back up. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of sugar. You can add brown sugar or honey. You don't skip that too, of course, always consider. A little organic apple cider vinegar. Same thing, not a spoon. A tablespoon of oregano leaf. I do like the larger size. So why am I doing that? These from Sam's Club. And maybe 2 tablespoons of cumin. Cumin is not hot, spicy at all. It is more of that warm, savory taste. These can be, I'm always one of those people that I will refrain from salt and spiciness and kind of let the individual person do that, but we're going to put a little bit. Of course, we always need a little bit of spice in it, right? Yeah. And of course, black pepper is one of those things you don't want to use a tremendous amount. In this case, I'm going to use a half teaspoon of black pepper. And go ahead and put it in there. And then we're going to put them back on the stove and let them simmer. Alrighty, so as they are simmering, alrighty friends, so the black beans have cooked. This is a very flexible recipe, so just thinking the longer they cook, the better. Basically, that's all you really need to know. So, and just taking about 2 cups out and mashing them, I think those are the key parts of this recipe. But literally, you could feed your family for a week for just a few dollars. It's amazing. I went ahead and topped them with some cheddar cheese and some plain yogurt. I had a little bite. I like to salt it. I've had experience where they were salted and then the whole pot is red, and I just don't want to do that. So they're very yum and delish, but as yum and delish as they are, they're also super extremely healthy. Expensive. So let's see how these taste. Absolute yum. Love it. So keep subscribing. My next recipe is going to be red beans and rice, a very old-fashioned recipe from South Carolina. I have the original cookbook. And also going to be making Jamaican jerk drumsticks, which is still pretty inexpensive. I'm gonna use the bones for bone broth to make soup out of, and that's gonna be my next recipe. So hit that notification buttons and hit subscribe so you can get those recipes. Love you guys. Bye.